Saturn just slid back into Pisces after dipping in Aries for a little bit. Think of this as the universe circling back around and saying we need to finish these karmic lessons before we move on. And this goes back all the way to March 2023. What themes have been on repeat for you since then? Emotional boundaries, spiritual maturity, avoiding illusions. Those are the tests. Saturn is handing out the last rounds of homework before closing this era in 2026. Today, September 2nd, Mercury entered Virgo, and that's like its home turf. That's going to help clear some mental fog and give us a sharper focus. It's great for planning and problem solving and finally putting words to things that have been feeling confusing. But Mercury and Virgo can shadow real quick into overthinking and nitpicking. So use the clarity without spiraling into perfectionism. Around September 4th, Mars in Libra squares Jupiter in Cancer. And that's big energy. On one hand, it can give you like a surge of motivation to push your projects forward. On the other hand, it can make you restless, impulsive, or feeling like you're being spread way too thin. If you pace yourself, then this aspect can help you get a lot done, but if you overcommit, you could be feeling very irritated or conflicted. Uranus, the planet of shocks and stations retrograde in Gemini on September 6th. Uranus in Gemini is about liberating the voice, the mind, and communication patterns. So with the retrograde, expect some internal breakthroughs. You might revisit ideas or conversations or any projects that stalled earlier in the year. Old assumptions are going to be questioned. Tech and travel or plans might glitch. And that's Uranus doing its thing. Stay flexible and expect the unexpected. And then September 7th, we have a Pisces full moon lunar eclipse, a blood moon. This is one of the biggest cosmic events of the year. A total lunar eclipse in Pisces, which is the last sign of the zodiac, and that's screaming completion energy. Lunar eclipses slam doors shut. They reveal truths, they strip illusions away. And in Pisces, that's deeply emotional, it's deeply spiritual, and it's karmic. So don't be surprised if secrets surface, if relationships or situations end very suddenly, or if you feel a massive emotional purge. Trust that whatever leaves your life under this eclipse, trust that it was meant to, is making room for something that is aligned with your higher self, your higher path. Then we have September 9th, which I just saw 234 on my timer. September 9th is the 9-9 portal, the 9th day of the 9th month of the 9 year. 999 energy is the universe literally saying graduate. Is an ideal time for forgiveness rituals and journaling and honoring the journey that you've been walking since the start of this cycle. Early September is about karmic closures. Saturn back in Pisces is saying it's time to tie up some loose ends. If you've been dragging cycles from 2023, they're coming back around for resolution. This could be debts repaid, or relationships finally ending, or lessons that you've resisted coming full circle. The eclipse on September 7th is quite literally like the hammer. If you are stuck in a karmic loop, expect it to break wide open. A toxic partner might leave, a job that drains you could just abruptly end. Illusion that you have been so tightly clinging to might just dissolve overnight. It's liberation, it's not punishment.